How's it going, guys? It's just Miguel from Groom Barbershop here. We've just got Jamie here for our second episode of I Must Ask You a Question. So just tell us a bit about yourself, Jamie.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for having me. Rocky, born and bred, and been coming here for a couple of years now. A few years ago, I used to play footy.
Yep.
For the Rabbitohs, and now just living back in Rocky, man.
Yeah.
Kicking back with the family.
So tell us a bit about like you playing footy. Were you like doing it here or like?
Yeah, well, I went to the Hall State School, and back in those days, it wasn't, the best school in the world. So
Where's that? I don't even know where.
yeah, no, it's over near Rocky High.
Okay, yeah.
So it's
cool.
a little school over there, and then went to St Brennan's, obviously, to chase me footy career.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to do it. I repeated grade 12, and the second time in grade 12, I ended up getting a contract to the Broncos, and spent a couple of years down there, and probably did the wrong thing at Brizzy.
Yeah.
Going from a small town in Rocky to Brisbane.
Was it like an overload, or what do you mean by
yeah,
that?
well, I'll give, for example, the first time I went to the house that I lived in, I lived in the Broncos house.
Yep.
And at the Broncos house, there was Semi Thaiday, Neville Costigan, and a few other boys on the fringe. And I went there, and they're having a cricket game. And at the cricket game, I was like, is that Shane Webke? Is that Gordon Tallis? So they were all on the piss at my house. And I was just blown away. I was like, what am I doing here? And then that night, they're like, oh, boys, we're heading out. You want to come? I was like, oh, nah, I just met all these people. I'm like, no, I'm good.
How old were you at this time?
I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I'm good. I'll stay home. I'm just pretty starstruck at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you're coming out. And I'm like, oh, gee, right. So I went out with the boys the first night. Got in a bit of trouble, and yeah, that was me. My baptism of fire. To Brisbane.
Orientation. Yeah.
So I was a bit blown away by that, but I probably didn't take footy too seriously. Hey, when I first went down there, was just more about the nightlife and how I was going down there. But I think at the end of the 2 years I was there, Wayne Bennett pulled me aside and said, it's probably best that you took off for you, and I was like, yeah, probably. And I went to South, and I was probably glad I went to South because I ended up playing 4 years down there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What changed the dynamic, or how come he told you to go there? Do you reckon just to help you focus more?
Yeah,
or
he's a good man manager, and he's a good bloke, honestly. You're not what you see in the media or anything like that. So he knew what he was doing. I trusted in his word, and he said you could probably restart your career down there, and I really did. I pulled my head in when I went down there and focused on footy more than what I was there. And
how old you would have been at that?
I think I was about 21, 22.
Which would have been in your prime in the party scene.
Yeah. So when I went down there, Jason Taylor was the coach, and he was like a bloke. So he kind of took me under his wing and helped me through being homesick, obviously, down there, and had some fun, at the same time as taking footy seriously. So it was really good.
Yeah, I think it would be hard, especially with the balance. I reckon being that young, starstruck with all that stuff, it'd be crazy.
When I went to Sydney, I was living in North Sydney, but at South Sydney was training, and it's like a good 2 hours drive every morning. So I'd have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to get the training on time, and I was just doing my head in. So, but it made me focus a little bit more, to get to the pinnacle. So I didn't have to live in North Sydney. I could live over there and make the right money.
Yeah. So after that, where did you go, or what happened?
Man, so I spent 4 years at South, and at that time I signed a new contract, but Greg Inglis was leaving. I think it was the Storm. Yeah, it was the Storm. Was leaving the Storm, and my manager said, it might be a good time to leave. And I said, really? I said, yeah. And he said, oh, I didn't really want to because South was my family. I love South. Hey, so I said, yeah, all right, let's explore some options. And admittedly, South didn't really want to let me go, but they have no power over it, really. If you want to leave and you don't want to train, then that's your decision. But I ended up getting a gig over in England. Yeah. And played a year in England. Loved it over there, but just too many injuries, eh?
Yeah. What happened, or what happened with the injuries and stuff?
I think, to start off with, I was injury prone going over there anyway. Because
what injuries do you have?
I had 12 surgeries thanks to rugby league over my 8 years of playing. Yeah. So my body started to give way, and by the end of it, I was like, you know what, I've probably had enough. I come home, and I wasn't going to play footy when I come home, but I was in Brizzy, and someone reached out to me from East Football Club, which is the feeder club to Melbourne. Yep. And they're like, oh, come have a year with us, see if you rekindle your love for footy and that. And I said, yeah, right, I'll do that. But straight away, I got another injury. It was was an overworking injury.
Okay.
So it was osteitis pubis. So it's like tendonitis of your groin.
Okay, yeah.
Hectic. Anyway, so I got surgery on that, and I was like, nah, pull the pin. So that was it.
Crazy, man. Any good stories, like real good stories? Or like if someone asks you, man, what's like the craziest thing that's happened in terms of like hanging out with these people that were being more like starstruck to you or whatever? Like,
the first day that I ever met, that I ever went to Brisbane was probably stands out more than ever, you know, playing cricket with Shane Webke and Gordon Tallis and that, and having a drink with them. But I think we got to go to America for a South. We played an exhibition game over there against Leeds Rhinos. And just taking the game of footy to America, playing over there in front of, you know, drunk Yanks was awesome, man.
Did they love it?
Yeah, well, they loved it. We were walking out to, you know how like you run out on the field to play the game, and they're like, here, have a beer. I'm like, man, I'm just about to have a footy, eh? So they were blown away by it, and to go out as a team over there was pretty cool too. One of the boys got sent home for doing something naughty, but it was good. It was good times over there, and I think, you know, I think rugby league was a big part of my life from grade 8 onwards. Yeah. So I kind of lived that rugby league life for a good, you know, 10, 15 years. So
long time, eh?
Long time. And playing footy is kind of like being in high school. You get told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Yeah. So getting that freedom afterwards, I just did nothing for 2 years and really enjoyed it. So put on a couple of kegs and haven't lost them since.
Advice for kids that were, you know, like thinking about pursuing the same thing or anything like that you would say, because you've gone through that kind of stuff?
Back yourself, hey? Just back yourself 100%. Don't listen to what anyone else says, for starters. You know, if you think you want to do it and in your head you think it's achievable, back yourself. Be positive about it. Don't get down on yourself when you don't get picked in a rep team, because chances are you're not going to get picked in a rep team because it's very political. Okay, I never made a Queensland team until grade 12. Okay, So up until then I was making CQ, not going any further, and I got to play in the NRL. So set goals and back yourself, and you can make just about anything achievable. I mean, that's not just footy, that's just
a life,
general life thing. So set goals and work towards them, and you know, hopefully you'll achieve them. Yeah,
even at the young age, would you say that was something that you had within yourself, or was there like a mentor that told you that, or like it would be hard for like young kids, especially at this day and age, to be able to, you know, get that sort of
something that probably you wouldn't know. But I in grade 10 I went through Hodgkin's lymphoma, so I had cancer in grade 10.
Oh really?
Yeah. Holy. So that knocked me around. It was part of the reason why I repeated grade 12. But that put things into perspective. Yeah. So like, if I can beat that and get over top of it, then I can do anything.
I can't assume you being grade 12 was just academics, but
well, that too. That too. But so that put things into perspective for me, and I think you can look at it in a few different ways. I was like, you know what, if I can get over that, I can do anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And then running into some big bloke's not going to hurt me as much as that. So that was my mindset anyway.
That's good.
So I just went straight over that. But there was a bloke. It was a bit heavy, but there was a bloke in getting chemotherapy with me, and he was an older fella, and his name was John. And he was like, man, you know, you're going to get out of here, you're going to be right like that, and you know, and I kind of listened to him, and he was getting sicker and sicker, and he's like, you know, I'm hanging around until you get remission, which is, you know, you get cured. So the day I got cured, I went up and seen him and told him, I'm in remission, and that night he passed away. So like that stuck with me the whole way. I was like, you know what, listen, I get goosebumps every time I say it. I was like, man, you know, I got to do it. So I just backed myself and put things into perspective and just went hard.
For him.
Yeah, literally, man. So it was a bit of a spin out, but as I said, man, positivity and back yourself.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I think kids need to hear that kind of stuff. That, and obviously you put the hard yards in, which is, you know, that too, you know.
You obviously have to work hard to get it. It's not going to be given to you.
Yeah.
Some of the best players that you see today, or even to play for Queensland or New South Wales for that fact, were people who trained hard, not most talentedly gifted.
Yep, definitely.
Michael DeVere used to stay for 2 hours after training, kick goals. Yeah. And Wayne was like, you know, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just practicing kicking. Yeah. That's how he got his start.
Definitely, yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't actually follow much sports, so
Are you sure? No, but but you know, in business in general.
No, I know this. Yeah. I hear all this kind of stuff. The only reason why I know enough about footy is because all the banter in the barbershop. Like, I feel like I need to know this. Like, even with Origin and all these teams and all this kind of stuff, like, I find that I know enough just to get me by. But I'm sure some people are going to watch this and be like, why is Miguel talking footy? So
well, he can back him. He tells me the bets all the time. Yeah. Not that we've had sport for a while.
Nah.
Bloody hell, but it's coming back. So
yeah, in saying that, with like footy, and that now that it is coming back, so from what I've heard, it is the 28th of May or something like that.
They're speculating. So
Who do you back? Or
Next week, I'm a South fan through and through.
Yeah.
I think I used to change with the wind when I was younger.
Yeah.
But being at South and experience both Brisbane, Souths, both are great clubs. But mate, I couldn't go past South anymore because Uncle Russell's down there and he looked after me very well.
That's cool then. I actually had a client in today and he's not feeling the South, so he reckons it's not going to be good this season. But
who is he?
I can't release names now. Who would you be? Who would be the top 4 pick for this season? Then?
Listen, going into it now, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, even judging from the start of the season, because I'm not biased or anything, but the person that I was talking to and his judgment's better than mine. He reckons Broncos was showing some really good form at the start of this season. Do you reckon?
He's kidding himself.
Okay, all right.
Nah, they'll be right. I said last year, Broncos wouldn't make the top 8, being a bit harsh, but they're such a young team.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying. He said with such a young team, I'm assuming there'll be that little bit of thing where they have to sort of gel in a little bit, but just judging already without even that sort of, that clickiness, he reckons something's going to happen. So.
All right, if not this year, I can't see him going too far this year. Next year, should be good for them. Siebes is a great young coach. He's a local boy too.
Yep.
And he's good at coaching kids.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's what he did with South. So they'll be good in a year or two.
Yeah. All right. One other person. Who do you reckon? South. Who's going to be in the finals?
Oh, yes, Parramatta maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a dark horse. But as I said, man, these boys not been training hard for that long, and I know what it's like going from training in the NRL to training by yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard. You don't push yourself as hard. So. Yeah, we'll see, man. It's going to be a tough one. But Parramatta might be up there.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That hurts to say.
Yeah. How about with the whole, the other topic would be in Origin, everyone says that. I think it's happening in November or something like that. And I think it's just week after week, for Origin, if you've heard about that.
I still don't know much about the Origin.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think they've nailed anything down. But either way, Queensland's going to win. So it doesn't.
Oh yeah, no. I have to say that I don't know enough, but I'll say Queensland for sure. Yeah. In terms of that, what else has been going on? Especially with this coronavirus thing, one of the big topics that everyone's been talking about. But how have you been finding all this stuff, or how's with work? What's been happening?
I've got a couple of gigs, so I work for Triple M here in town.
And
so we were on a sports show called The B Team. That's been put on hiatus, obviously, because there's no sport around, and I also do a bit of promotion work there. And with coronavirus, it's knocked it about, so I haven't been working for Triple M for about 2 months now. But I also work for Drumble Community Youth Services, which is a community organisation in town, and I've got a couple of programs there that go into schools. So I haven't been able to do those also. So just been hard at work trying to put together some online stuff. And a way to keep the kids engaged with the community organisations and us with them. Because, community organisations are such a big role in Central Queensland. I think, for the kids to lose touch with any of that would be hard. So
in terms of all the coronavirus, I think everything else has been somewhat okay. Obviously that scare the other week, and everyone's been saying stuff about that, but I think not to say that it's great, because then people are going to be like, oh, blah blah blah, but I think somewhat everything's been okay, just sort of feeling the vibe a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Man, I think things are getting better. You can see it around town, the vibe, as you said, is getting so much better. So hopefully, with everyone sticking to the rules, man, we can get back to being as normal as possible, but good normal. Let's not go back to the bad normal.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can improve on ourselves here. So
definitely. I think even with this isolation time, it's been good to sit down with the family, learn some new things, do some stuff. Something that was random is that the girlfriend and I actually had breakfast out for the first time the other day. It was crazy. It was weird. You know what I mean? We went.
I know what you mean. We went out for our first family outing on the weekend.
Oh, really?
To Mount Archer. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. What is outside? It's like a big simulation now.
But no, man, it's good to get back and talking to people again, because I think this is probably one of the first interactions I had with someone else but my kids in a long time.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I want people, especially all the guys in the barbershop. I genuinely feel bad for some people that they've been isolated for 2 weeks, and I'm the first person they've talked to. I feel bad for that.
With purple hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But not too easy. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for taking time out and all that kind of stuff. But stay tuned. We're going to try and do weekly episodes. Obviously, we'll put all the social media that you need to follow to check out Jamie and stuff like that, and follow his little journey and what's going on. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Cool. We're good.